Hi, soulmate. I'm back again. And if you're new here and haven't joined us, please tap on the subscribe button and join us. So, our babies cannot be left behind in this baggy, oversized trouser era that is trending now. So, I made this for an 8-year-old chubby baby girl and decided to share with you. If it's something you like, stay with us. So because this is a free pant, I won't be making a pattern. I'll just do it directly on the fabric. So I just mapped out that line as a starting point. Um, I mark the crouch depth and I went down by 2 inches and mark that out. I'll be using a 1 inch band, so I took off 1 inch from the measurements, the crouch depth measurement, yeah, before placing it on this fabric. Then marked out the full length, and I'll be using the her hip measurement, and I added 4 inches extra for that baggy effect, for it to be oversized, for it to be big. Then that's what I just did. I used the original hip measurement on the waist, then added 1.5 and got the curve I needed right there. And what I'm doing now is linking up all the lines from the crouch to the hemline, and that's it for the front. Then I go in by 1 inch to give it shape. I don't want it to just be straight from up down. Go in by 1 inch and link it up to the hip line. Then mark 2.5 inches away from that line I just made for the pocket and curve it out with a ruler. So this is where our pocket will sit. The trouser has a pocket and this is my center front, and that's it. I'll just be adding 1/2 inch up and then cut it out, then move over to the center back. So I've cut out the front piece. I'm now in the back piece, and you need extra fabric. Yes, you need an extra fabric because we'll be adding 2 inches in front here and 2 inches above too, but this bag doesn't have a pocket obviously. So you go in by 2 inches there. Then for this piece I don't want it too wide, I just want it by 1.5 inches. I'll be linking it up. Then go to the top. I went up by 1.5 inches. I went out by 2 inches. Then just link it up this way as you can see here, and give it a good curve by going out 1 inch from the joint there. And that's it. Next thing, you just finish up the top part. The 1.5 we went for above, you link it up to the center front and make sure it's level at that other part. And this is it. The next thing is just to cut it out, and we'll proceed to making this beautiful trouser. So we have a pocket here, and for the pocket I've cut out 4 pieces like this as you can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4 I'll be using for the pocket. And but before then, we'll sew up this crotch area for the front, and then I'll come back to show you how we're fixing this pocket. Yeah, I've gone ahead to sew the crotch area for the center front. So let's focus on making the pockets now. So this pocket I've marked out, to just cut it off, and cut 4 pieces of material earlier. It isn't that deep, it's for a child. I went it's 10 inches long, then by 6 inches. Yes, I don't want to get into the center front. So the thing you do, you get 2 pieces, just 2 pieces out of the 4, and make sure it aligns like this at the top and by the side. Then you cut out that shape for the pocket, and after this you open it up and make sure the right sides are facing each other. Right side of this piece facing the right side of the trouser, and the right side of the other part facing the right side of the trouser, and you just go to your sewing machine and sew that curve out. So here I've done that, as you can see, and also top stitched to make it neater. You can see, even without ironing, it lays down flat. So the next thing is to put the other piece of the pocket to make a complete pocket. You can't leave it open this way, so you match it this way, the way I'm doing right now. Match it up, then start from this waist side, stitch it, then go down, stitch it. Just follow me and you'll be getting a perfect result. Let me do that and show you what it looks like. Yeah, so here I've done that, and you can see our pocket is formed already. There's something I also did here at the waist side. I removed 1 inch from that top part to give it that angle, then join the front to the back, stitch the sides and go to the center part and stitch everywhere, and before we go over to making the band. So for my band, I've cut it out. I measured the waist round after holding the two center front and center back. Measured it and added 1 inch for stitching it up. So I'll be passing elastic and also rope through this design. So that's why I made that hole. You don't stitch it up completely, you match it up to be in the front, because that's where the rope will be coming out from, to give it that effect. Match it up like this, then stitch it round. So here I'm done stitching the waist. As you can see it's very neat, and our hole is in the front, where I will be weaving this part of it later. So the hole is in front, and this is the elastic band I'm using, 1 inch elastic band. You can decide to use the bigger one, but for the child I use the smaller one. For the one I made for her mom, I use the bigger one. You pass the elastic round through that hole like I'm doing here. That's just basically what I'm doing. As you're doing, you're moving back, but you have to be careful so the elastic band at the other end doesn't come out. You can see that the elastic is really pulling together, but I was scared of pulling it out, making me go from beginning again. So I've gone around. The next thing is to stitch and secure this elastic very well, and then allow it to move into the waist of the trouser by doing so. But I noticed the edge of the elastic was fraying, it was just getting loose. Please note that the measurement of the elastic is her exact waist minus 2 inches. So if her waist is 20, you will be cutting out 18 inches elastic, but the band itself is the measurement round measurement for the trouser you have sewn. Right now I'm putting the rope. You can use a fancy rope from the market, but I decided to use this one, use one for the child, and pass it through just the way we did for the elastic, and voila, our trouser is ready. Hope you like it. This is something we'll be trying. If you like this tutorial, please give us a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section, and ultimately tap on the subscribe button to join us if you haven't done so, because you will not want to miss anything on this channel. I've gone ahead to fix this rope, adjusted the length because it was too long, then tied up the tips to stop fraying or just make it look nice. So our trouser is ready. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Until my next post, bye. Enjoy the rest of the video. See you in my next post.